Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
You know, I was saying that thank you for getting my introduction right, because a few weeks ago I was at an event, and I have a twin brother, Joaquin. Some of y'all may have met him, and the person that was introducing me was doing a great job, you know, with my credentials, and you know, was right about to bring me up, and he said, "Please help give a warm welcome to Secretary Joaquin Castro." I guess that kind of makes sense because Joaquin and I are twins, but my brother always goes around telling people that the way to tell us apart is that I'm a minute uglier than he is. When I was here in D.C. as HUD Secretary, I used to say that the real way to tell us apart was that we both lived in Washington, but he's in Congress, so I was the only one who actually worked in Washington. It is wonderful to be with y'all tonight to support a true gentleman, somebody whom all of us are proud of, somebody who at 28 has done more than most of us have in many more years, and who is going to be the next Montgomery County Council at-large representative. Of course, I know Ashwani from being his colleague at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, where he helped us do outreach as part of the White House Liaison's office, and was fantastic at building relationships. You'll notice that there are several folks from HUD who are here tonight. I see Robbie Greenbloom here, and I think Jen Fiore is here, and there may be some others. I'm sorry if I'm missing you. And the reason for that is that all of us love Ashwani. You know, in your life when you meet people that you can tell are just genuine, good people. And I bet that's how all of you feel about Ashwani. And it's even more special, especially in these times, when you find somebody like that who is actually willing to step up and run to be a public servant with everything that's going on. And so really, you know, I'm here for a couple of reasons. Number one, because Ashwani is exactly the type of public servant that we need. If you're like me, every day you turn on the cable news or you go on Twitter or the internet, and it feels like you got to slap your head at least 5 times a day with the divisiveness and the use of alternative facts and the lack of professionalism and the lack of direction and the incompetence of this administration. And it makes you appreciate even more public servants that are smart and that are serving for the right reasons, that are inclusive and trying to bring people together instead of to tear them apart. And that's Ashwani. And he doesn't just talk about that, he's done that, and he's lived that kind of life. And so I'm very honored to be a part of this and to support Ashwani. When he called me to tell me that he was going to run, right away, I said, of course, I'll support you. The second reason I'm here is because as someone who has served in local government, I started off on the San Antonio City Council, I know that today, especially, local government is where things still get done.
Yes.
If you're on a county council or city council, you know, no matter what your ideology is, you have the chance to work together, to roll up your sleeves with people of different backgrounds in the best interest of the community that you represent. And you get to work so closely with the people that you represent. That's what makes it truly special. And so I'm excited that Ashwani has chosen to run here in Montgomery County, his hometown, the place that he loves, the place that he's chosen to stay and to try and represent. That's meaningful. It shows you that he has a heart for the people that he grew up with and that he lives with, his neighbors. And because he's chosen local government, when he gets elected next June, he's going to actually be able to make a difference. Yep. It won't just be theoretical. He's going to make a real difference. And the last reason is that I got into public service because I felt very blessed in my own life with opportunity. My grandmother had come over from Mexico when she was 6 or 7 because her parents had passed away around the time of the Mexican Revolution, and she ended up in San Antonio. She never finished elementary school. So she worked as a maid, a cook, and a babysitter. She raised my mother as a single parent, and my mother raised my brother Joaquin and me as a single parent after the age of 8. We went to public school in San Antonio, and then we had the chance to go to Stanford and in the law school at Harvard and to become attorneys and public servants. So lawyers and politicians, I know that might sound like a nightmare, but really we feel like we reached our American dream. And one of the reasons that I'm able to stand up before you with the opportunities that I've had in life was because I worked hard and my family worked hard like all of you have, but also because there were things like Pell Grants and Perkins loans and federal work studies so we could get through college. I'm convinced that America has been at its greatest when we expect that kind of hard work, but then when we match that with meaningful opportunity. And in Ashwani, I see somebody who understands that, who embraces that, who is committed to making the American dream possible for everyone, and who is going to do it at a level of government where you can actually make a difference right now. And so Ashwani, all of us believe in you, we care about you, we know that you're going to win in June. I know that there are a lot of candidates out there, but doesn't matter. I think that the people of Montgomery County are going to see in Ashwani what we see in Ashwani. And I wanted to come here tonight to thank you for being here. And I know many of y'all have known him for many years, but to challenge you. Don't let a day go by that you don't convince one more person in this county to vote for Ashwani. Whether you're talking to them or emailing them or Facebooking them or tweeting them or knocking on their door or volunteering for the campaign, please do it. Because when I look at Ashwani and I think about who he is, I think about somebody that can be a tremendous public servant here in Montgomery County, in Maryland, and beyond in the years to come. And you are going to be part of making that possible. Thank you very much for being here.